The GigaPress, a revolutionary machine, is reshaping the automotive industry. Tesla pioneered gigascale die casting, revolutionizing manufacturing. This breakthrough enables Tesla to produce more cars at lower costs and facilitates innovative vehicle designs. However, competitors are now embracing the GigaPress, prompting Tesla to advance the technology to stay ahead. In 2024, the pressure on the GigaPress has never been greater. During a recent interview with Monroe Live, Tesla engineers disclosed a crucial aspect of their GigaPress machines. Lars Moravi, Tesla's vice president of vehicle engineering with over 13 years of experience, highlighted a secret regarding gigacasting that has eluded even Tesla's competitors: the significance of flow. If we look at this Cybertruck front casting, the first thing you'll notice is that it is really big, but more specifically, we want to take a look at these long, sweeping metal ridges. What does that pattern and shape remind you of? This is a river delta, a naturally occurring geological pattern that is created by flowing water. This same pattern is repeated all over the world. This is what it looks like when water follows the path of least resistance. Welcome to Tesla Global. Subscribe for the latest Tesla news. And now, back to our Cybertruck casting. This is what it looks like when flowing liquid metal is given the most efficient path to move through a die casting mold. But in the actual practice of die casting, those rigid shapes create bottlenecks that prevent the liquid metal from achieving the most optimized flow through the mold. This is why Tesla uses first principles thinking. You have to throw out everything that you know about automotive design and approach this problem from the ground up. If we are trying to cast a very large component very quickly using liquid metal, then we need to create the most optimal path for that liquid to follow. The answer is not in an engineering textbook. The answer is in nature. It's the river delta. Something that we are constantly striving for with this channel is education. My number one goal has always been to help you learn something new about the technology that is changing our world. You don't have to be an expert to watch the Tesla Bee. I'm certainly not an expert myself, and I'm learning right along with you. So I'm constantly in search of free and easy methods to learn more about how science and technology affect the world around us and shape our future. And the best way for me personally to learn new things is by doing hands-on activities. This is why I've become such a fan of today's sponsor, Brilliant. Brilliant is the best way to learn math, data science, and computer science interactively. More specifically, though, Brilliant is a fun and interactive online platform that is easy to use. Imagine the exact opposite of your high school science textbooks. Brilliant offers thousands of lessons in STEM fields that cover all levels from basics to advanced topics. This is customized content that moves at your own pace, and new lessons are added every month, so you always have something new to learn and explore. I've been learning all about artificial intelligence and neural networks recently, and this is something I've always struggled to really understand the details of, but the visual animations on Brilliant are helping me to get there one lesson at a time. The more you learn about STEM, the closer you get to understanding how technology is changing our world, and I think that's pretty cool, which is why I'm inviting you to give Brilliant a shot. Over the past 3 years, Tesla has gradually been scaling up the capabilities of their GigaPress machines. In simple terms, a GigaPress is just a really big injection molding device. You start with a hot liquid material, which in this case is molten aluminum, and then a plunger is used to push that material into a hollow mold. This is your die. The process of forcing viscous liquid metal into a restrictive mold is going to create a lot of internal pressure, and this requires tremendous clamping force to hold the two halves of the die together as it fills with metal. When Tesla first started gigacasting, they were able to forge the entire rear-end frame of a Model Y using a casting machine with 6,000 tons of clamping force, the biggest and strongest casting machine in the world at the time. The first GigaPress, this change alone was able to replace hundreds of factory robots and individual components with one machine making one part. With practice, Tesla was then able to cast the even larger front frame section of the Model Y using the same machine, and with even more practice, Tesla has gone bigger once again with the Cybertruck front end. This is still done using the same 6,000-ton press from the Model Y. This is proof that there's more to the Giga casting process than just raw power. You also need design efficiency, work smarter, not harder. For this gigantic rear casting that supports the bed of the Cybertruck, Tesla did eventually need more power. This came in the form of an upgraded 9,000T GigaPress machine. Even with fluid dynamics on your side, trying to flow metal across this great of a distance is going to require a lot of power to accomplish. The Cybertruck has been another powerful learning experience for Tesla, the fluid dynamics lesson that we talked about earlier being just one example of that. And all signs are pointing towards another upgrade to the Giga casting process still to come, the GigaPress version 2.0. Tesla is currently in the process of designing a groundbreaking new vehicle, which promises to be their most revolutionary platform yet. Surprisingly, it will also be their most affordable car to date. This raises the question, how is this possible? Unlike previous models, Tesla's next-generation vehicle is being built around a manufacturing process. Traditionally, Tesla would design a car, such as the Model 3, and then figure out how to produce it, often encountering challenges along the way. However, the next-gen approach involves designing a manufacturing process capable of producing a vehicle at half the cost and in half the time of a Model 3. The end product is determined by the most efficient path through this new production line. In practice, this innovation would replace numerous robot arms, stamping and casting machines with a single monolithic GigaPress, aligning closely with Elon Musk's vision of the machine that builds the machine. This is a patent application that Tesla filed back in 2018. It's Elon's concept for a singular car-building machine titled Multi-Directional Unibody Casting Machine for a Vehicle Frame and Associated Methods. The basic idea here is that raw materials go in and a full vehicle frame comes out. Obviously, the drawing is an oversimplification. You're not going to get wheels and tires and windows from a casting machine, but this is the essence of the GigaPress 2.0. If you're enjoying the video, check out the description to find the Tesla Global newsletter, sent once per week with a summary of the latest Tesla news. Back to the video. Obviously, you're not going to put all your cards on the table in a public presentation, and we know that plans are still changing for the manufacturing of the next-gen vehicle. First, it was going to be built in Mexico. Now it's being built in Texas. In an interview at the Cybertruck launch event, Elon Musk said that he is still reviewing new ideas for the next-generation production process on a daily basis. It's also entirely possible that Tesla still didn't believe full-body casting was possible until they had mastered the Cybertruck GigaCast, which could have come after the unboxed concept was pitched. What we do know for sure is that Tesla is still very securely leading the way in automotive die casting, but the competition is beginning to make their move. Or is it? Of all the major international brands, we've seen Toyota make the biggest move towards gigacasting, but they still don't have much to show for it. In June 2023, Toyota released this video to showcase what they call their own gigacasting, and it kind of looks like a Tesla casting, but at the same time, it's not even close. Here are the new Toyota front and rear castings, and here are the equivalent Tesla Model Y castings. The Toyota components are obviously a bit smaller, but they also seem to lack all of the structure that Tesla has built into their casting. The Toyota parts look thinner, They're much smoother. They look flimsy, in my opinion. With that being said, Toyota does have a decades-long reputation for making some of the most reliable cars in the world, so I'm not going to sit here and throw any more shade at them. We will just have to see what they eventually come up with. The first Giga-class Toyota vehicle is supposed to be out in 2026, so that's plenty of time. There have been reports indicating that Hyundai and Ford are exploring their own GigaPress machines, manufactured by the same company that supplies Tesla, the Italian Idra Group. Idra has apparently secured a contract to supply Volvo with two of their largest 9,000-ton GigaPress machines for a new manufacturing plant in Eastern Europe. Additionally, Volkswagen is utilizing a smaller 4,000-ton press for the underbody sections of their upcoming Trinity EV platform, set to debut in 2026. These developments serve as further evidence that Tesla continues to maintain its position as the front-runner and disruptor in the automotive industry, with much more innovation anticipated in the future.